Hello, beautiful family. How are you all doing? Thank you so importantly for always tuning in. I really do appreciate. If today the first time you are coming across us, or you are hearing our voice for the first time, we still remain your one and only, ever ready, bringing it to you, as you all know. So, my wonderful family, without not wasting much of your time, today I just want us to do quick.
Today, being the 21st day of November 2022, I express my deepest gratitude and respect to our fallen heroes and heroine. I call them the forebears and patriots who sacrificed themselves for our independence, the quest for our independence from 1967 to 1970. I also wish to convey my utmost respect to those families who may have paid the ultimate price since 1945 till date. I want to also appreciate our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. I want to use this medium to also appreciate his families. His family who also have paid one of the biggest price in quest of our freedom. I want to also appreciate our partners, our alliances, in the name of Oduduwa Nations and Chief Sunday Adeyemi Igboho, who also have paid the ultimate price in quest for the freedom of Yoruba Nation. I want to also show my utmost gratitude to our prof and elder who stood when the young men feel that their strength is no longer powerful enough to pilot the freedom of their own people. Professor Banji Akintoye have stood the ground, and we today are in a very close alliance to see how we can liberate ourselves from the shackles of the bondage of the slavery of the British government. Ladies and gentlemen, Biafra people all over the world, welcome to this State of the Nation address. When you look at me today, you find out that I am no longer a gentleman. Just as described in the previous declaration of Biafra, independent, by our Ikemba Nnewi of the blessed memory. When the state of Biafra was declared, the Biafra Charter and the spirit of independence, the independence movement during Biafra genocide yearned for democratic republic, where people have the right, or where the owners of the land of the nation of Biafra yearn for their freedom, yearn for the human right, and the rule of law will be supreme. These individuals took it upon themselves to fight for the freedom of our people, and the British government collaborated with many nations to kill Biafrans. The aim of the Biafra liberation today and independence movement of today is never to build a totalitarian state. No. To repress freedom and human rights. Our fallen heroes and forebears and patriots, as well as Biafrans, are all coming together for the liberation and the exit of Biafra from Nigeria come 2023. This independent movement of the Biafra liberation today, to liberate Biafra people from Nigeria of today, where Nigeria are playing the Afghanistan template to Fulanize Nigeria, has given birth to about 11 terrorist groups, all from the Fulani Caliphate. The 11 terrorist group coming from the Fulani Caliphate, we have seen the resurgence of terrorist Fulani across southern Nigeria and Biafra. They are kidnapping, killing, terrorizing our land with the help of their colleagues in Nigeria Army, DSS, and other security agencies across Nigeria. The Biafra liberation and independence movement did not end after the Biafra-Nigeria genocidal war. It didn't end. The war and the genocide that took place between 1967 and 1970, but the liberation of Biafra continued to carry on. Even to this day, we are now fighting to build a free, independent nation in the face of the caliphate aggression against our land. At this point, after the kidnapping of Mazen Abikano from Kenya and extraordinarily rendition to Nigeria in breach, impunity, in breach of the international laws, we have accomplished numerous strategic strengths using civil defense, for example, civil disobedience, for example, and the economic sabotage to cripple the resources of the Nigerian state as they are being used to invade our land and kill our people just because they asked for their right to self-determination. Now, the mandate of the times call for countries that share universal values to stand in solidarity to defend freedom and human rights and achieve peace and prosperity for the citizens of the world. For this to happen in West Africa and by extension to other African countries, this free world must realize that the potential to bring peace lies on supporting the self-determination of the Yorubas and Biafra people. And of course, supporting the self-determination of any other ethnic nationalities that will want to leave Nigeria by 2023. In the past, it was the yearning of weaker nations to reclaim their sovereignty and freedom, which was forcefully taken from them by those stronger nations' wealthy forces. But today, the case is different. Now, the mandate of the times call for countries that shares that same universal values to stand in solidarity to defend freedom, human rights, and achieve peace and prosperity for the citizens of the world. I repeat again, that is the reason the Nigeria Caliphate and terrorist government cannot obey their own laws. When a court pronounced acquit and discharge on Mazen Abikano, they decided to work with our enemies within our house and to make sure they continue to detain him to prevent Biafra from coming in 2023. But they have failed. To this regard, while the Arab nations understand these values and approach, but values they shared with the northern Nigeria Fulanese, so they continue to stand in solidarity to defend these values against other indigenous ethnic nationalities in Nigeria. This has made the Western world, America, the United Nations, a failure in carrying out its responsibilities. The consequences of this, the consequences of the United Nations, the US, and the Western world failing to live up to its responsibility will be very grave. The consequences of this powerful nation failing to do the right thing for peace will probably be definitely lead to a catastrophic end of Nigeria in 2023. My fellow Biafrans, without wasting your time this evening, our liberation and the independent movement is a dynamic process. And today, we have just 104 days to Biafra exit. When we say 104 days to Biafra exit, people who are ready to sabotage our movement for the freedom of our people, they will mock us. But I'm calling you today to stand very firm and resolute. We are getting there. By the time we get to 50 days to go, they will understand why we have a countdown to Biafra freedom. It is very unusual. Very, very, very unusual. I want to inform you today, at every historic juncture, the movement for the liberation of Biafra has evolved along with the new mandate of times, taking new meanings, and today is yet another meaning to our liberation. The are today flying very high in all Biafran provinces. When we told them we are going to host Biafra flag in Biafra land, they mocked us. When we told them that you are going to sleep in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra, they mocked us. And for the past weeks, they have asked, where is the Biafra flag? Where are you hosting the flag? When are you hosting the flag? The Biafra people have hosted flag. They hosted the flag, and the flag is flying very high. And none of the flag has been taken down. And let me tell you, it is not about you taking it down. The spirit of Biafra has been awakened today. And the spirit of liberation of Biafra is now in full moon. The hoisting of the Biafra flag today is to awaken the spirit of liberation of Biafra, to invoke the spirit of Biafra liberation, which is now in full force, and in preparation to enforce the no-Nigeria election in Biafra territory come 2023. And that spirit has been invoked because the Biafra flag is now flying very high. Different provinces of Biafra territory. It is about restoring, defending, and promoting freedom, as well as fighting new threat to our freedom, both from within and without. All in full solidarity with and working alongside all our alliances with Oduduwa Nation, Amazonians, and global citizens, with the goal of achieving global peace and prosperity. The disintegration of Nigeria in 2023 will put an end to terrorism threat coming and emanating from the Sahel. Looking back at Biafra history, we encounter a myriad of great liberation and independence activists, those who made the ultimate sacrifice fighting against Nigeria terrorist state and caliphate, and those who exercised noble oblige by helping arms and train independent fighters of Biafra during the genocide against Biafra. I am always overcome with gratitude when I think about the courage and the sacrifice that our people has made. There are many heroes, including the sacrifice of the current leader of indigenous people of Biafra, our leader, who is now in DSS dungeon because of the sabotage from those enemy within which he trusted. My fellow Biafrans, it is very imperative at this point to also remind you that we must remember all of those who devoted themselves to building today Biafra liberation movement against all odds that has gathered the highest momentum. Honoring and respecting them from the big to the small is our duty and responsibility. But it is also the beginning of and a foundation upon which to ensure our future prosperity. We must respect those who took it upon themselves to fight against the establishment that is fighting the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Biafra liberation today. You will all agree with me, the establishment hired over 500,000 broadcasters, commenters, bloggers to fight the liberation of Biafra against their own freedom. We defeated them. We defeated them with truth and nothing but the truth. We defeated them by being very resilient. We defeated them by standing on our feet, standing on what is right, standing on the legacy that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left before the kidnapping from Kenya. We defeated them because we stand by the truth. In 2023, we are going to unshackle ourselves from the political control imposed upon us by the British, and so that we could regain and defend our freedom. Today, other ethnic nationalities are our partners as we face common threat, common enemy that challenge the freedom of our people and the global citizens. Now that Biafra and Oduduwa relation has moved towards a common future and the mission of our times align based on our shared universal values, it will also help to solve historical problem that existed between us, between our two nations, that the British government and its allies, accomplices in crime, implanted to divide and control us for decades. While we fight each other, we are happy that today we've broken that chain. And as you can see beside me, Oduduwa flag is littered everywhere to show the very strong allies we are. We will continue to demand the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or there will be no peace in Nigeria until Biafra exit by 2023. The audacious initiative that we envision for Biafra will significantly improve our people's livelihood in stage when Biafra exit by 2023. So I want you to pay attention. The reason why the exit of Biafra from Nigeria is a must. To this end, the government of Biafra will not engage in unnecessary spending the Nigeria state. Government of Biafra will make a necessary structural reform in all public sectors. And the government of Biafra in exile have already started laying the foundation for this particular issue I am addressing in this State of the Nation address. At the same time, our vision for fighting for the freedom of Biafra will be, and has been, and is, to provide more intensive support for low-income families and socially disadvantaged with the fiscal resources derived from the brain-based economy. Biafra is going to be a brain-based economy. And this, we believe, will address issues of petty crimes in Biafra society. In Biafra, we will be guaranteeing a strong economic and cultural foundation for low-income families, and the social disadvantaged is the essence of the universal values of freedom and solidarity. This is not attainable, not even in any African country. That is what we are bringing to our people. We've traveled, we've learned, we've been involved in government policies across the world, in our state and places of abode. We involve in politics and decision making. So we are going to bring this to Biafra. The reason we fight for the freedom of our people is for us to have the right to self-determination, when we are going to decide on these issues I'm mentioning today. Basic living security benefit will be strengthened to stabilize the livelihood of those in need. More government support will be provided to those who experience unforeseen challenges in their personal lives. This is what the Biafra government is going to do. Just a glimpse. Just like the Nigeria abandoned their victims of the flooding in Biafra, there will be no flooding because we are going to make sure we build a powerful sewage system that will end flooding in Biafra land. If you continue to stay in Nigeria, you will continue to experience flood and you are going to die. In Biafra, we will end flood. The Biafra government caregiving services for people with disabilities will be greatly enhanced in order to minimize the inconveniences experienced in their daily lives. This is not possible in Nigeria. It is only in the Western world where you will go to a car park and you see a space reserved for disabled people. In Biafra, we are going to care for our disabled people because they are not the cause of their problem. They are just as human like us. In Nigeria, you mock the disabled, you insult them, you treat them very badly, you do not even respect human life. The Nigeria abandoned victims of flooding. In Biafra, there will be no flooding because we are going to solve it. More attention will be given to young individuals in Biafra land, preparing to stand on their own after aging out of institutional care. I want you people to understand that in Libya, when Gaddafi was alive, the Libya people enjoyed this kind of caregiving from their country. Today, Obama destroyed Libya in quest for chasing shadows. Of course, they never want any African country to rise. So they destroyed Libya, and nobody today in Libya can stand up and tell you that they are living very fine. I want you to understand that today Liberation Biafra has gathered the highest momentum in history. This day, on the 21st day of November 2022, today, the Biafra flag was hoisted in all provinces of Biafra. The flag of the Republic of Biafra, for those who do not know what it means, is a horizontal tricolor of red, black, green, and golden rising sun over a golden bar in the middle. The red color in Biafra flag, representing the blood of the massacred Biafrans in northern Nigeria. And in the conquest of Nigeria, Biafra war, the black in Biafra flag represent the mourning of those that were massacred by Nigeria state. And today, they still kill our people. The green in Biafra flag is for prosperity, and the half yellow of the rising sun stand for glorious future. The future of this Biafra, which is glorious in its flag, is coming to manifestation from 2023. And no man will stop it. The sun represents the provinces of Biafra. And today, when they ask you, where is your Biafra map? Tell them, Where you see the Biafra flag today is the Biafra territory. And we are going to give you, in chronological order, the prophecies that made up the Biafra territory. So the flag of Biafra was hoisted following to the following prophecies that I'm going to mention. I want you to remember that some days back, some of the people who claim to be fighting for Biafra, they were asking Simon Ekpa and Autopilot IPOB, they bragged of hoisting Biafra flag, and where is the flag? They brag of what other things were promised, and where are they? Today, we have hoisted the Biafra flag even to different military cantonments. And I can assure you, for example, that the military cantonment in Ebonyi State has the Biafra flag flying very high today. And more of the flag is coming because officially the liberation of Biafra has started today. So the provinces where you are going to see the Biafra flag from today are as follows. Biafra flag is on this day, the 21st of November 2022, hoisted in Abakaliki, province of Biafra, in Afipo, province of Biafra, in Ojiriva, province of Biafra, in Enugu, province of Biafra, in Nsukka, province of Biafra. The Biafra flag is flying very high. In Owerri, province of Biafra, the Biafra flag is flying very high. Olu, province of Biafra, the Biafra flag is flying very high. In Okigwe province, the Biafra flag is flying very high. In Aba province, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Umuahia province, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Nnewi province, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Aoka province, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Agbo province, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Warri province, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Uheli province, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Ababa province, Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Yonegwa, Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Ahuda province, Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Gegema province, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Iguacha, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Calabar, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Ogoja, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Eket, the Biafra flag is flying very high today. In Uyo, people wake up this morning to see Biafra flag. In Ikote Bene, the people of Biafra wake up this morning to see Biafra flag. In Anand province, the Biafra people wake up this morning to see the Biafra flag flying very high. In Auchi, part of Biafra, they wake up this morning, they saw Biafra flag. In Benin, part of Biafra, the Biafra flag was flying very high today. In Idoma, the Biafra flag was flying very high today. In Igala province, the Biafra flag is flying very, very high today. People wake up this morning and they saw Biafra flag flying. When we told you, you are going to sleep in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra, don't take us for granted. So that is the one provinces of Biafra territory as of today. Officially, we have the 31 provinces and the 12 families in Biafra. The families are as follows. In Isoko, in Urobo, Biafra flag is raised and hoisted, and it is flying very high today in Isoko, Urobo, land of Biafra. In Ichekiri, Biafra flag was hoisted today, and it is still flying very high today. In Aligbo, in Igbo land of Biafra, Biafra land, the Biafra flag who was hoisted in different parts of Aligbo, and it is still flying and flying very high. In Egede part of Biafra, the Biafra flag were hosted, and the flag is continuing to fly very high. In Idoma, they wake up this morning and they saw Biafra flag flying very, very high. In Igala people of Biafra, they wake up this morning, they saw Biafra flag flying very, very high. In Ijaw nation of Biafra, they saw Biafra flag this morning as they wake up. In Anang family of Biafra, Anang people, they wake up this morning, they saw Biafra flag flying very high. In Efik, they wake up this morning, everybody was amazed. The Biafra flag was flying very high in Efik. In Ibibio, they wake up this morning, the Biafra flag was flying very high in Ibibio speaking part of Biafra. In Igoromi, they wake up this morning and the Biafra flag was flying very high. In Ogoni land, they wake up this morning and Biafra flag was flying very, very high. We told them that 2023 will be a year that you will never forget in your life. 2023 will be a year that those who want to take over Nigeria and kill our people, exterminate us, will regret ever attempting to do that. 2023 will be a year that you will never forget in your life. And those who say that instead of Simon Ekpa will get Biafra, they will die, they must go and get their coffin, because the Biafra, we will force you into Biafra. You are going to go into Biafra, and if you don't like it, you pack your bag and go. The spirit of Biafra is therefore invoked from this day, the 21st day of November 2022, and all Nigeria flag in Biafra territory must be taken down from today. The Liberation Army of Biafra must take note of this order. We want every Nigeria flag in Biafra territory to be taken down from today. This particular taking down of the flag will start from today and last till the last day of Biafra will exit Nigeria. The Liberation Army of Biafra must take note of this order. We also call on all institutions using Nigeria flag to take them down by themselves from today, because if you do not do that, we are coming to take it down by ourselves. So from today, anywhere the Biafra flag is seen, from bank to school to government house to state government to local government to secretariat to anywhere it is seen, it is the duty of any Biafran to go there and take it down. Take it down in the morning, take it down in the afternoon, take it down in the night, take it down in the midnight, take it down whenever the opportunity calls to take those flags down. From today, the liberation has started. And as we continue to demand the Nigerian government to respect their own court, as we are fighting to leave the evil contraction called Nigeria, the British company, the freedom is taken and not given. This particular word of the Englishman is something that has now registered into our memory. The freedom is taken and not given. And we are taking our freedom and taking our future into our own hand from next year. Our main duty today is to make sure that the election slotted to hold in Biafra land in 2023 will not take place in Biafra territory. The election will not take place in all the provinces that I have mentioned today. The election must not take place in all the 31 provinces of Biafra that I have mentioned in this particular State of the Nation broadcast. The election must not take place in these 12 families of Biafra that I have mentioned today, from A to Z. And our responsibility is to make this happen. I thank you all for this particular wonderful day today. And those of you listening to me, this order has come to stay. And may God bless Biafra. May God bless our leader, Mazen Ambikano. May God bless all our alliances. May God bless those who have made this day possible and make us to come this far. May God bless the Umada of Biafra. May God bless all those who volunteer themselves to work for the liberation of Biafra at this point. May God bless those who we are not paying like other people are paying people, are hiring people to fight for them on social media. You fight for your own freedom by yourself. You volunteer yourself. And that is the hardest army. Any army, a volunteer army, be it in the media, be it on the field, is the best army, and you can never defeat them. That is why we have been able to knock the Nigerian government off the balance. We have been able to knock the British government out of the balance. And today, I can assure you that this election, by extension, will spread over Nigeria, and Nigeria will disintegrate next year, and our freedom will come. Peace is always what we crave for. But in the quest of getting our freedom, Biafra, Nigeria will not want to give us peace. We have seen the way they kill us. We have seen the way they invade our land. We have seen the way they come to kill without remorse. And nobody in Biafra land is talking. So we have now come to confront them. And the confrontation starts from today, because the spirit of Biafra has now risen after the raise and the hoisting of the Biafra flag from today. From here, from me, may God bless you and may God bless Biafra.
That brings us to the end of this update. Do well to like the video, share and subscribe. Thank you very much for always tuning in. I really do appreciate. Share the video and tell your friends about this platform, because the best thing or the best place for you to be is here. Turn on the bell icon so that whenever I drop a new boost like this, you'll be the first to notify. Thank you once again and remain blessed.